Oh my god. I'm so I'm so done with this day. I can't even tell you. I can't tell you how through I am with this day. April 21st, the year of our Lord 2026. I'm done with this. It's been a cluster for the entirety of this particular day. Starting with the migraine, and then going to the bank, and then going to whatever's been happening here as far as like, and then Intel again. If anybody that's listening out there, the sound of my voice, that if you are within range of the sound of my voice and you know how to uninstall the killer network that Intel installs, please let me know. Get in touch with me, and I will give you any comic book you want in this store free of charge, because I am through with Intel. They need to stop. I've tried uninstalling it. There's an actual somebody actually created an app to uninstall Killer, and it continues. It's like a virus. It doesn't uninstall. It comes back. It's I don't get it. I don't get it. And my head is killing me right now. And a 1.5 to 2 hour phone call with the bank today didn't help. Thankfully, there were no customers today. That's on the plus side, even though I know that sounds weird to say, because you need money and all that stuff and people coming in and whatever. But I could not have multitasked anymore. And then I had to count all the stuff. It's just. But anyways, as you can see, it's now an hour later than what I had intended to do. And then also getting all the stuff together and all of this stuff. All of this stuff. All of it. Just, So if you got them, drink it, smoke it, whatever you're going to do. Because you're not here to hear any of that nonsense. Whatever happened to me, whatever. It happened. Who cares? You're here for this. You're here for this. And we're going to start with DC, as always. And this is Absolute Flash number, I want to say 19, maybe? No, 14. I was close. Nick Robles did this cover here. Now, I think I also had this last week. See, I know I should, but I really don't pay attention to any of this stuff because I don't like being spoiled. But DC, to their credit, and I've actually said this to them, to the individuals that are in charge of this stuff, they actually gather all of the images for us and we can download them. And I'm very appreciative of that fact. However, there is a however, they always, for some reason, the file names. I don't know what kind of Da Vinci Code they got going on with their file names, but it's very simple. And I hate to say, I'm going to feel dirty about saying this next statement, but I thank Lunar, because Lunar actually has it set up the way it should be. Like, for instance, right now it says Absolute Flash, number 14, cover A, Nick Robles. There you go. That's all you got to do. It's not hard. But I'm going to give you an example. We're going to go there. We're going to go there for the second because I need to, all this aggression, it's really. Here is what they have for the file name via DC. Actually, you know what? They don't even have Absolute Flash here. And that's the other thing, too. Sometimes they'll have books here that haven't come out. Like, for instance, in this week's alone, for their image dump, they have the Batman Wonder Woman book called The Truth here as being released on sale April 22nd. Now, I don't know what dimension they think that happened, but it doesn't happen in this one. It hasn't happened in this one. And then they also have the next issue of the Dark Knight Returns facsimile, number 3. That didn't come out this week either. So, all of this stuff, to someone who doesn't necessarily keep track of all of this shit, like, it's a little difficult. But, whatever. It's what I do. It's what I'm supposed to do, right? So, thankfully, there are things that I actually can check and make sure, and that's how I know Absolute Flash number 14 comes out tomorrow. And I do have it, and it is in stock as of me saying this. And that's the other thing, too. We're going to get into some heavy stuff a little later. If you see something, I am telling you, say it. Tell me. I will put it aside for you. Do not wait. Well, when we get into it, it's going to be in Marvel. You probably know what I'm talking about, but it was the thumbnail. But when we get there, we're going to continue with this. Because we're going to get to Absolute Wonder Woman issue number 19. This is probably why I thought Absolute Flash was 19. Because Absolute Wonder Woman is. And of course, this is Hayden. You can tell. Do I really need to tell you that? Come on. This is cover A. Here we have cover C. Why I didn't order cover B, I don't know. I don't regret it though, because obviously I would have ordered it if I wanted it. But this is the, and I got it. I know it's Carmine Di Domenico cover, and I like it. That's why I ordered it. This is also the gentleman that's doing Deathstroke. And then we have Terry and Rachel Dodson. I mean, come on. How can you pass that up? My TARDIS is here. I need to leave. I wish. Here's one of the things. I couldn't. There were 2 other wrap covers for Marvel, and my mental capabilities of dealing with stuff like this, I just reached my limit. It was the threshold. So this is a wrap cover, which is a pretty cool wrap cover. For those of you that are watching on TikTok, you can see both sides, or at least the middle of it. You know, you can't see the entire cover. For those of you that are watching on YouTube and Facebook and the other ones, you can see at least the DCU half and a little bit of the Absolute half. But this is a cool cover. It's an excellent issue. Jumping on point. This is how everything started. Right here, this issue. It was a flip book. Half of it was DCU. The other half was the Absolute Universe. Grab them tomorrow. 4th printing right here. Grab it. I'm telling you. DC Comics number 5. Oh wait, no, that's not 577. Why is it? This is number 1108. Michael Janin and Tom Taylor, part 2 of the crossover with the Green Arrow and Black Canary. Here is Detective number 577, drawn by Todd McFarlane and Mike Barr. And I can't see the last. Oh wait, there we go. Alcala. I don't know who Alcala is, but this is from the 80s. Facsimile. Back when Todd was starting out. Believe it or not. Right before he went to Marvel and did Spider-Man. Here we have The Flash, number 32. Now I have to say, Gavin Guidry, if that's how you pronounce his name. Gavin, if it isn't, I apologize. Gavin G. He's the artist. His stuff improves. It's I wouldn't say a vast improvement, but it's gotten better over 31. So if it continues, this dude's going to be good. Now, the story's pretty good, too. It's intriguing. I don't know. Actually, let me not say I don't know who it is, because all I can do is click here. Jesus Christ, don't be lazy. Ryan North. There we go. Doing a good job on the Fantastic Four. So, he's warming up. And check it out. Green Lantern, number 34. I did like the little Beverly Hills right there. Beverly Hills 2814. This is a Ed Monaco cover, and he, unfortunately, or they, or I don't know if it's a he or a she, but they are not doing the art inside, which is the only disappointment about this issue. Jeremy Adams still writing. Ig Guara is drawing, and the art's okay. It's okay. Is it Ed Monaco? No. I would prefer that, but you get what you get, and you don't get upset. And this was a good issue. Harley and Ivy, Life and Crimes, number 5. This is the penultimate issue of this 6-issue miniseries written and drawn by Erica Henderson. And next issue looks to be intriguing. And I will leave it at that. Justice League Unlimited number 18, cover A by Dan Mora. And then it says DCKO at the end. Why? I do not know. But I can tell you that it's written by Mark Waid and Henry. I don't know what Henry's first name is. But actually, you know what? Why do I say that? Jesus Christ. Eventually, I'm gonna snap out of that and realize that I do know what it is. I just don't have it in front of me. Although I'm working to fix that as I distract you with my ramblings. Come on, let's go. You know, I don't know what it is, but like for some reason, oh, it's because I'm on Wi-Fi. That's why. Let's try it again. I mean, I pay over $100 for internet every month. Why the hell not utilize it, right? There we go. Clayton Henry is the artist here. Clayton. So there you go. Here is the second printing of the new history of the DC Universe, the Dakota Incidents. Second printing with a cover of Sonic by Dan Mora. Right here. And I don't think I really need to see anything else about this. I mean, you might have heard things going on regarding the Milestone universe and DC's lack of black representation. All accurate. And you know what? It'd be nice to get some Hispanic up there too. Maybe some Asian. Yeah. A lot of stuff. Let's do it. Superman number 37. Cover A. Guess who? Dan Mora did this art. The reign of the Superboys continues in this issue. Josh Williamson and Dan Mora also does the interior. I think Dan Mora is like contractually bound to do at least 2 issues every week because this man just can't stop. He's a beast. Thank God his stuff is good. Oh my God, could you imagine if it was terrible and he couldn't stop them? Oh my God, that would just be terrible. Over in the MCU, here we have Amazing Spider-Man, number 27. This is the final part of the Death Spiral miniseries, I guess, what you would call it. And as you can see right here, it is no longer Spider-Man. He's Carnage Man, I guess. He was infested with Carnage last issue. Now, honestly, I didn't necessarily read every word in this book, but I did look through it, and it does seem to wrap up rather quickly, which I wasn't necessarily a fan of. But I don't know. I can't say anything else without spoiling things, so I won't. However, I will tell you that it was Joe Kelly and Carlos Gomez, as well as Francesco Manna, and they have Ed McGuinness here down too. I don't know why. Ed McGuinness also did the cover, but I'm fine with that. Ed McGuinness, all day. Here we have the David Messina Ultimate Farewell variant. And for those of you that may not know, Gwen was Mysterio in the Ultimate Universe. Here is the Mark Bagley. They're doing this again. Like, they did this with last night's FOC. They had a cover there, and I wish I could remember what it was, because I've learned to try to let this stuff go. Like, this shouldn't even be here. I don't even know why this is here. It's just gonna cause me to ramble again. But they did something like this again yesterday, and it was kind of important for the book that it was spoilering. I think it might have been maybe Queen in Black, maybe number 1. Whatever it was, it shouldn't be like this. Like, I don't know why they do this. And not only that, but this, the whole reason for doing this was stupid. All it is it shows Venom and a character who may or may not be in peril during that issue. But you know what? if you read the series, if you read the synopsises, like, you will see that everybody in this damn book is in peril. Like, stop. There was no reason for this. There was no reason for this. None whatsoever. Now, maybe Mark was slow and... Wait, no, it's Mark Bagley. Mark Bagley can handle a... Well, I don't know about now, but he could handle a weekly title. Him and Ramos, those were the two guys you went to when you needed weekly books. But now, all of a sudden, classified, whatever. Moving on, David Nakayama, right here, doing... This is the color block white variant. And I want to say... Is this Captain Universe? I think. I vaguely remember this. What's up, Paul? Isn't it just a bit of fun? I don't know, and it's not, hold on, let me see. This, I have it activated. I don't know why it's not, let's trigger one. Let's see. No, it's not triggering. I don't know what the deal is. Oh, you know what? Maybe, hold on. Let me try popping this out. We'll pop that out. There, and then we'll do this. Trigger. Let's see what Dan the Man says. Does it? Yes. Okay, there we go. I don't know why I don't do this. I don't know what you were referring to, Paul, but it's just a bit of fun. Like, not at all, actually. It's just, this entire day has just been... Moving on. Iban Cuello. 9-part, so this is the final. 9-part connecting variant for Death Spiral right here. This will also be a poster. I don't believe it's come out yet, but there were 9 individual panels to this this series here, and when you put them all together, you get a collage, and that's what it was. And last but not least, for Amazing Spider-Man number 27, this is the Lee Bermejo, and I should remember this, but I really don't. Amazing Visions variant. I don't know what part it is, because they're actually keeping track of it on the back issue. So when you buy it, you flip it around, you'll see what number it is. And that's what number it is. Amazing Spider-Man, Spider-Versity number 1. Now, I did look through this, and I gotta say, I was okay with it. Pere Perez does the art. That's a plus. That's a big plus in my book. So we got Perez doing the art. We also have Joe Kelly and Jordan Morris. Now, Joe I know. Jordan I don't know too much about. I'm not gonna do a deep dive into him, but I think this is a mini-series, maybe? But if it is, whatever, I mean, it says here, Learning to Crawl, Miles Morales, Spider-Gwen, Silk, Aranya, Spider-Boy, and Spider-Girl. Yeah, they're getting really, really creative with the names. Have one thing in common. They aren't ready. According to former Resolute Spider-Man, Norman Osborn, so he and Spider-Woman are going to train them to meet the next threat the only way the Green Goblin knows how. Because the next threat might well be the Green Goblin. So essentially he believes that the Green Goblin is going to come back. And if it does, these guys need to be prepared. Which I guess is kind of a good idea. I don't know. I just like Perez's artwork. Although it doesn't look as tight as it did in Spider-Woman, but that's okay. But we'll see what happens. And also, this is a cover by Giuseppe Camuncoli, so yes, please. Here is a Perez foil variant right here, which I like. And then we also have this Rose Besh. What do they call it? Let me make sure. Rose Besh, oh, Rose Besh variant. And then lastly, this is my guy, Simone Bianchi. I do not know why he's not doing more, but he needs to. Like, truly. Whether it's covers or get him doing some interior stuff, because I don't even remember what the last book he was, or last book he did was. But stuff is good. It's really good. Captain America number 9. I don't know. Let me see. Oh, it just says Armageddon assembles this summer. But yeah, this will tie in to the Armageddon series that Zdarsky is writing. Like I said last time or previously or whatever, this is his idea. Actually, he's just doing what Hickman did with the Avengers and the New Avengers leading into Secret Wars. Here we have Cyclops, issue number 3. And I don't know why Amazon is spamming me. Where do we go? Where do we go? Here we go. This is written by Alex Pacnadel, and Roger Antonio is doing the art. Federico Vicenti is doing the cover, or did the cover, I should say. Not is doing it, because he's already done it, because it's right there. Here we have a Alessandro Capuccio variant. It is called the Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. variant. Now, is Cyclops in S.H.I.E.L.D.? I don't think so, but he is on this cover. And then we have this Ben Harvey Cyclops variant. I like this. I like this one a lot. Ben is very Ross-esque. Alex Ross-esque. And that's a good thing. If you're going to emulate somebody, Alex Ross would be the guy to do. Definitely not Rob Liefeld. At all. Ever. Hulk Smash Everything, number 5. Final issue. And there is this cover, which is by Adam Kubert and Laura Martin. And the interior is written by Ryan North with Vincenzo Carazzo, I guess, doing the art, the interior art. This one here is by Luke Ross. I haven't seen this stuff in a while. Not bad. But yes, this is the final issue. The synopsis is, Hulk Smash Finale. In his endless pursuit of just being left alone, Hulk has smashed through the Earth's core. With the planet falling apart from the inside out, will Hulk shoulder the literal weight of the world, or will he decide that everything is better off smashed? Well, I mean, it's in the title, so he might want everything to be smashed. Here we have the Infernal Hulk. This is issue number 6. And this is a Nick Klein cover. Unfortunately, Nick doesn't do the interiors. This is Adam Gorham doing the interiors, and PKJ, Philip Kennedy Johnson, is doing the writing. And apparently this introduces the Hellbuster armor, which you can see on the cover right there. I won't read you the synopsis, but you can see it for yourself right there. Oh, and look, there's another cover. This is the Juan Ferreira Foreshadow variant. Foreshadow variant. Yes. Here we have this Von Randall Ultimate Farewell variant. The David Paratore variant. Actually, that's a pretty cool armor right there. So I guess that means Tony's in the issue? Let's see. Let me read the synopsis quickly. Maybe. Interesting. So Iron Man may or may not be in this issue. Here we have Mark Spector, Moon Knight, number 3. This is a Ryan Stegman cover, as you can tell by looking at the building in the bottom left-hand corner there. That's Stegman's art. Signature. This is, wait, where is it? The Alessandro Capuccio Ultimate Farewell variant with T'Challa, maybe? T'Child? And here we have the David Nakayama color block white variant. And next, it begins. Now, buckle up. Oh, look at this. It didn't do it. I had it. I was trying to organize them so it would be in the order that I wanted. But then there was just a point where I was just like, you know what? Screw it. I'm just going to add letters to it and whatever happens, happens. But I thought I had the A cover first, but I didn't. So you're going to start off with Walt Simonson. And hey, Walt Simonson is a good artist to start off with, so we will do that. This is the Walt Simonson variant of Marvel DC Spider-Man Superman #1. And of course, if you have Walt Simonson drawing, you got to have Thor. And he also threw Steel on there. And I approve. Let's see. Hold on. Get some light. The light's not working. Oh, that's right. I forgot I unplugged it. My microphone, when I started the stream, it wasn't connected. So I had to unplug the USB thing. It was just a cluster. But, let me see. I have the issue in my hands right here. So, we got the main story, which is Brad Meltzer and Pepe Larraz. That is the main story. And that features Superman and Spider-Man. Coincidental, I mean, it's on the book, on the front cover. Then we also have Spider-Man Noir and Superman, which is the thumbnail. I mean, I wanted one of these covers to be the thumbnail, and I went with that one because it's simple and pure, and I don't mean that as a negative, as an insult. It's not. But that story is written by Dan Slott and art by Marcos Martin. Then we have Gwen Stacy and Lana Lang with written by Joe Kelly with art by Humberto Ramos. And hopefully, that garbage character won't show up like he did in the other Superman Spider-Man crossover. Then we have Mysterio versus Superman featuring The Thing. And more, it says. That was written by Jeff Johns with art, with excellent art by Gary Frank. Up next, we have Hobgoblin versus Steel, written by Louise Simonson and drawn by Todd Nauck. Then we have, they're trying to make this a thing. Then we have Ghost Spider and Supergirl. Ghost Spider, in case you don't know, is Spider-Gwen. Written by Stephanie Phillips with art by Phil Noto. After that is Miles Morales and Superman. Now, which iteration? I don't know. I haven't had a chance to read this yet. But unfortunately, it's written by Brian Michael Bendis. They keep allowing him back in. Don't know why. With art by Sarah Pichelli. Then we have Symbiotes versus Metropolis. Not sure how that's going to work, but it's a thing that Jason Aaron and Russell Dowderman are doing. And that's a good team. And then last but not least, we have Spider-Man and Superman. Written by Jeff Loeb with art by Jim Chung. Loeb aside, Jim Chung doing stuff, that's good. That's very good. Very, very good. So, this issue is definitely going to give you your bang for your buck. And especially the Gary Frank stuff, man, it's incredible. Just looking through here. But yeah, I really wish Marvel and DC could get their shit together and do a book like this once a month, or maybe once every other month or something. Do a different team, different crossover, different jam or whatever, you know. Like, that would be great. That would be really great. But you know what? I have other covers. Why stop here? Here we go. Here's the Scotty Young variant. I don't know why they made this a Virgin variant, but I'm okay with that. But yeah, usually they would have the logo up there. For some reason, they didn't. I don't know. And usually when it's a Virgin variant, it's like a ratio thing or something, but it just wasn't. Oh. Here we have the Sarah Pichelli variant. Miles and Superman. Here is the Sanford Green variant. This one I was going to make a thumbnail too, but I couldn't find a virgin variant for this. See, what I did is I was like, I knew I wanted a Spider-Man, Superman one, but there's going to be another cover coming later. That was so, like, if there was ever not going to be a Superman, Spider-Man thumbnail, that would have been the one. That was number 2. A really close number 2, but you'll see it. Here is Ryan Stegman. This is his variant. And then we have this Russell Dowderman variant with Jane Foster and Wonder Woman. And I like it. Here we have Peach Momoko. Mark Bagley. This is a foil variant, if I'm correct. I am correct. That is a foil variant. Here is the Logo Mashup. I think they're just calling it Logo Mashup variant. Yes, there we go. This is an incredible cover. This is by Carrie Andrews. And they really need to get Carrie Andrews to do another book. Monthly. Monthly would be nice. None of this mini-series shit. Do a monthly book. Then we have this Ivan Talavera variant. I really should drink more. Here is the Humberto Ramos variant. And then we have this Greg Capullo variant. This blank variant. Here is the Eric Larson variant. I remember that. David Marquez does this homage variant cover right here. The always awesome Gary Frank did this cover right here. Oh, look, here's the A cover. Like 2/3 of the way in. Go figure. Thank you, OBS. Appreciate you. Here is the Marcos Martin variant. This was also the thumbnail. Like, this really captures the Fleischer-esque-ness of that Superman. And having Spider-Man Noir there, as long as it's not Nick Cage, perfect. Perfection. Now we're going to get into some of the ratio variants. Now, mind you, I don't have a lot of these because this is a 1 in 50. So I believe I only have one of these. Maybe 2. I honestly don't remember how many. I think I have 2. No, 1. I only have 1 because I have 3 of these. This is the Giuseppe Camuncoli, and it's called the Giuseppe Camuncoli homage variant. And this one I have 3 of, I believe. This is the Frank Miller variant. I used to have this action figure, the Spider-Man right there, the metallic Spider-Man. He was in a, he was like in a mech suit or something like that. And then there's this E.M. Gist? I don't know how to pronounce his name, or their name. Or, I don't know, it could be him, her. You know what, let me see. Since I'm sitting over here trying to misgender individuals. Like, literally because I don't know what they are. Let's see. There's also, we'll end with this one. This is the last one. This is the awesome Adam Hughes, who gets my best wishes for a speedy recovery, and hopefully, like, cancer sucks, and I hope he overcomes it. Just terrible. Where was it? Oh, how come I can't find it? Adam Hughes, blank, Marquez, Larson, Frank, Ramos, Martin, Sanford. That's weird. Oh, there we go. Eric. Okay, so He is a he. Ericus. There we go. Here we have Rogue, issue number 4. Now I gotta say, you know what? Hold on. I mean, why not? My threshold for biting my tongue is it's gone. It's gone. Just to say has been terrible. Okay, so Rogue, as you may or may not know, is kind of like I don't know. I would say my favorite character. I mean, what's the name of the store? You know. And if you happen to come into the store, you would see Rogue things hanging all over the store. So, they decide to do a miniseries with Rogue. Okay, that's good. However, is it really difficult to not have a creative team that can do it all the way through? So let's say it's going to be 5 issues. I'm assuming it's 5. You know what? Let me scroll through League of Comic Geeks here to make sure. Okay, it's 5 issues, right? Oh, well, he comes back. Okay. So you have issue number 1 written by Erica Schultz. Now, I don't know how she is as a writer, and it is what it is, whatever. But that's fine. Artist, Luigi Zagaria? I don't know. So he does issue number 1. He also does issue number 2. The art's okay. Could be better. Could be Frank Cho. Could be, I don't know, Nick Bradshaw. Could be, anything. But he does issue number 3 also. So number 4 comes out today. And Jim Toe is doing the art. And that's weird. Nothing against Jim, but why the change in artist? And then we look ahead to issue number 5, and Luigi comes back. So clearly something happened. Now, I'm not a complete and total monster, but why isn't two-thirds of the book done before you solicit it? Why are we doing this like it seems on a month-by-month basis? Can you not have all of this done? Like, there's reasons that miniseries should come out on a monthly basis. Miniseries should be consistent with the art, with the writing. There's no excuse for that. Like, truly. Now, I know shit happens. Something could happen to Luigi. Maybe he needed somebody to fill in. Whatever the case was. If you gave him enough time, maybe that wouldn't be necessary. But, whatever. This was just disappointing. Especially because it's Rogue. So, I don't know what the sales figures are for this. But if it doesn't sell, then she might not get another miniseries. Or another series. Whatever the case may be. But, do better. Do better. Here is the Nogi-san Rogue variant. I don't know why it's called the Rogue variant. I mean, it's Rogue, obviously. But I also do believe that it does have the logo above this. So, just to let you know, if you go into the store looking for the Virgin, there's like a Virgin variant. There's no logo there. But it does have a logo on this variant. And here is the Elena Casagrande variant. Let me make sure there is no other. Yeah, just Elena Casagrande. I like Elena. This is a little underwhelming to me, but Sentry number 2 is right here. It is Paul Jenkins, and who did the art? Christian Rosado. And according to this, Hulk versus Sentry. Okay. Sorcerer Supreme, number 5. Right here. This is drawn. Oh, sorry. The cover is by Leslie Lee. And the interior is by Steve Orlando and Bernard Chang. And then there's also this variant here by Russell Dowderman. Russell really loves Scarlet Witch. And apparently, according to this, It is the first appearance of Extinction King and Blazing Hound from Earth 616. So those of you that are concerned about things like that. Here is the Spider-Man Noir #1 facsimile that is dropping tomorrow. If you missed it the first time around, back in, what was it, 20... Oh my goodness, how long ago was it? 2000... Where is it? Oh, it doesn't list it. Wait, maybe? No. 2009, maybe? Somewhere around there. I'm trying to find the original. But 2008. 2008, there we go. Yeah, December 17th, 2008. If you weren't around back then, or you weren't into comics then, well, here's your chance to get the #1. Star Wars, Galaxy's Edge, Echoes of the Empire, #1. Now, I did thumb through this. I did see a couple things. I don't know what era this is in. I mean, judging by Luke's outfit here, you could say during Return of the Jedi or after Return of the Jedi. But it's intriguing. There's also, who is this? Eric Tiemens? Concept art variant. And then this one. This is the cool one. I like this. This is the E.M. Gist Mandalorian and Grogu variant. Of course, he'll always be Baby Yoda to me. Always. And then, this here, my friends, came so close to being the thumbnail. Like, I can't even tell you. You can blame Jeff Shaw for this, because had there been a virgin variant of this, this would have 100% been the thumbnail, because this right here sums up this day, or actually the entire weekend. It's just been one thing after the other. And Wade is me. But this is Wade Wilson, Deadpool #3. And I don't know. Benjamin Percy, Jeff Shaw. And the cover was by Jeff Shaw. And you guys are lucky he's not on Twitter or Instagram. I couldn't find him. Couldn't find any. I was hoping to find a logo list, but I couldn't. So he almost got this thumbnail. And then I thought maybe, you know, the blood on the sidewalk there would have been a problem, but this just encapsulates today and yesterday and the day before that and the day before that. But I couldn't do it. Wolverine, #19. And look who's there. Hercules. This is Saladin Ahmed and Martin Coccolo. Clash of the Titans. What is Pit Hercules against Wolverine? Witness the clash and the fallout as we march into the next phase of game-changing Logan storytelling. And then it says Legacy #411. Even though it's #19. You know what would be good? Sticking with the original numbers. How about that? Can we do that? Can we do something like that? Maybe go back to that? That'd be nice. That'd be really nice. Instead of trying to figure out what is what, you know? And last but not least, for Marvel, we have the second printing of X-Men United #1. Why put it out, I don't know, maybe like last week when #2 came out? Why do that? What logical sense would that make? To have #1 the same week issue #2 comes out? Because God forbid, if a customer walks in and says, hey, X-Men United, was that a good book? If you read it and you liked it, then you say, well, yes, it was a good book. And then they say, oh, do you have issue #1? Now, unless you wanted to qualify for one of the outrageous ratio variants, then maybe you might have sold out of it because there is a second printing. So that means that the book was sold out of at certain places. So then you say, why, yes, I have the second printing. It dropped the same day as issue #2. And they'll say, oh, you know what? This is a good point to jump on. So let me buy the second printing of issue #1, and then I'll also take issue #2. So then you have sold 2 books. But no, Marvel can't do it that way. They always have to do it the week after. which makes no sense whatsoever. Whatever. Originally, this was a foil variant. It still looks just as good on regular paper. Why do you say? Because Rogue is there. I mean, I don't care about Emma. And Psylocke, I could either take her or leave her. I would prefer Rogue was in the front, but I will take this because Mateo did a good job drawing her. So, there we go, my friends. And next we're going to get into the very, 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 very huge independent week. Starting off with this Saturday Morning Adventures, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles number 36. 36. And this is... Oh, wait, let me see. I didn't even click over. This is cover A by Schoenig. He also, I'm pretty sure, did the... Yeah, he does the art in the book. Burnham does the writing. I don't know if it's Chris Burnham. Probably not. But... Wait, you know what? God damn it. I don't know why I do this. Where is IDW? There we go. Eric Burnham. Eric Burnham handles the writing. Dan Schoenig did the art for the cover and the interiors. And this B cover is by Toka? I don't know how to pronounce it because I can tell you that it's lowercase t, uppercase O, lowercase k, uppercase k, lowercase a. So make of that what you will. And that, my friends, brings us to the end. Wasn't that a long independent book there? Yeah. That is it. This week will be dominated by Superman and Spider-Man, as it should be. And you know what? After a while, to be honest with you, when I was in the middle of the cluster, between 707 to 757, I was really just going to call it a day. And then I was like, you know what? Would Peter or Clark do that? The answer is no. The answer is no. And you know what? While I didn't get to read the entire issue, I did start reading the Brad Meltzer story. And the first 2 or 3 pages sums up the essence of Superman and Spider-Man. And the essence of what is needed in this world. We currently don't have it, but if only we had actual characters, actual people like this, the world would be a much better place. So tomorrow, go to your local comic book store. If I'm your local comic book store, come by. If not, find your local comic book store, go to them, and grab this issue. I'm telling you, you're not going to regret it. And you'll just forget about how awful everything is right now. And just enjoy this. There's great art, great creators, and yeah, something for everybody. But that's it. As I said, you see something, say something, get in touch with me, let me know. I will be more than happy to put it aside for you so you can come pick it up tomorrow before I close. Variant covers, whatever. Don't wait. If you need to, there's the way to do it, direct.me/RoComics. If you're on Facebook, it's RoComicsCT. Twitter, TikTok, or Instagram, it's RoComics. DM me, PM me, whatever it is. Send me an email, carrier pigeon, whatever you got to do. I will put it aside for you. Otherwise, it could sell out. It has happened. It will happen. Especially with that Spider-Man, Superman stuff. I'm expecting that not to be here too long. I mean, I already have 1 or 2 issues that are, covers that are very low quantity. I've read people get in touch with me, so I implore you. As always, feel free in the comment section to let me know what you got. Let me know what you're getting. Whatever. Feel free to do that. Thanks to the one individual that liked the stream. Appreciate you. And as always, I hope everybody has a great new comic book day tomorrow. And hopefully I'll see you next week.